And we're back to another series of Let's Play. And that's right, I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and we're gonna finally be tackling another King's Quest game. That's right, we will be doing King's Quest V, Absent Makes the Heart Go Yonder. And this installment...
Have you previously played King's Quest V?
I have, but for the sake of all of you, we'll say no. But this is a continuation, of course, of the King's Quest series, now reaching King's Quest V. Before we start right away, I do want to say
this cartoon
that
contains material that may be necessary for information. Or
King's Quest V was definitely the first CD drive game I ever got on my computer when CD drives just came out. And so there's a soft spot in my heart for this, because when I saw the graphics quality for the first time, I was relatively blown away about how great the graphics looked. So I did play this one a lot. Compared to King's Quest 1 through 4, 5 was one that I remember obsessing and playing a lot. And my father was impressed even with it and wanted to play it too. And he couldn't get far. He hated the desert, but we'll get to that when we get there. So thanks for stopping by, and I guess we will be getting started with our playthrough of King's Quest V. Well, let's get to it, because the game's not going to beat itself. We're going to watch this opening, because like all of the others, we need to know what's going down. Now, when I first got this game, it wasn't voice acted. It was all text box. And then there was an updated version of it, I think a little later, that came with the voice acting. It was either that or we didn't have the voice drivers in our computer and they had the text as a backup option maybe, but there's no settings that you can really do a lot of messing with regards to audio, outside of audio how loud it is, the video game quality visually itself and whatnot. So, well, shit. Who was expecting that? So many games were made with this engine, and just how beautiful the scenery and the artwork is. Almost wish I could get like a painting of like this, maybe with King Graham in it, and just have it on my wall somewhere, like a nice painting version. A lot of artwork went into these Sierra games, these games that were roughly around the early 90s. And it's great to see the progression of King Grant's aging. What a beautiful day it is. Oh my god!
My castle? What has happened?
Just like in Robin Hood Men in Tights, they U-hauled it away.
Ooh, I can tell you what happened. What?
Probably the most annoying character in the franchise is right here. Though there's some debate. There's some characters in King's Quest VII that are annoying.
I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did. You did? Well then, what happened? Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Mordak who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me. Don't stop now. Go on.
He's so dapper.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Mordak then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
It's very specific. He has the most tasteful monocle.
Why? Why would this wizard, Mordak, want my castle? What could he have against me and my family? That I don't know. Ooh, I only know that it was Mordak who took your castle and your family. Well, perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognized Mordak. Ooh, unlike Mordak, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispin Arthur, but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see... Woo-hoo-hoo!
And there he goes. And he's dead. Darn. We were just kind of hoping he'd be dead. I have my reasons.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. The only problem is that Crispin is getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This doesn't sound as if it would work.
Oh, sure it would. Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He just gets a little forgetful now and again, that's all. Now, where is it? Oh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
What is that?
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordak. Oh, excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
As the owl comes over with a bag full of probably cocaine. Oh god, it is! He's giving us magic mushrooms. Oh no!
What is that stuff?
Oh, just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around. Ooh, it'll help you to fly.
So that's what the kids are calling it these days.
You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Ooh, I think the fairy dust is still good.
Serenia, huh?
Come on, up here.
As Graham is fluttering around like a fool.
Follow me.
And away we go! The true quest that Graham wanted, the true meaning of his life, was to fly through the air while dropping ass and seeing how many peasants below him he can hit. And there they are. All right. All right, Lieutenant, you can take the shot.
Down here. Come on.
Okay, here I come.
So if you're wondering if the voice actor is the same as in the remakes of King's Quest 1 and 2 and 3, I believe they did get the same guy, or it sounds a lot like him.
Ooh, looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Cedric? Where have you been? I've been calling for you. Well, well, what have we here? A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog.
Thanks.
Cedric, go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
And don't
Aye, aye, Crispin.
and don't tell our guests that the water's from Flint, Michigan. I'm such a bastard.
The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordak and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Mordak want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordak is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Oh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately.
Oh, just a little.
Ooh, a little rusty.
That's quite enough from you, Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric, shut up.
Oh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
Nobody likes you, Cedric. I will eat you before the end of this game.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out. But let's see what I can find.
Well, take your time there, Crispin, because, you know, if you walk any slower, even Graham will die from old age.
No, that won't do. That's all used up. It might work. Here, eat this.
What is that?
That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. With it, you'll be able to communicate with the natural and animal world. You could find that quite helpful. Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should know that wands are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you.
Thanks, Crispin.
You'd better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Morlock could be up to. You go with him, Cedric. Show him the way.
Oh, please, no.
Yes, you don't.
No,
be
no,
such
it's
a
okay.
coward.
No, it's okay.
Now go on. You'd better get started.
No, really, he should stay here
Thank
with you,
sir.
Crispin.
I appreciate all you've done for me.
We really don't need Cedric to come with us. God damn it, Nappa.
Oh, I suggest we visit the town first.
Shut
How
up,
about it,
Cedric.
Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
Oh, I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south. Not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
And hopefully Cedric will fall to his doom.
Nestled among the trees of the forest sits the wizard Crispin's worn but cozy cottage. Impatiently, Cedric waits for Graham. A small cellar door is located under the house. A small well is located near the cottage.
I'm thirsty.
The cool pond water quenches Graham's thirst.
Exactly. All right, well, let's get moving. This adventure is not going to adventure itself, so to speak.
Graham, watch out! A
Poisonous snake! That is the quote. A poisonous snake. Not one person who ever heard that did not fucking laugh their ass off when hearing that. Sure you want to do that take there, Cedric? You sure?
A large, venomous snake blocks Graham's passage to the east. A worn dirt path wanders through a thick wood, alive with the sounds of many creatures. Between the trees, to the east, Graham can see the outline of a great mountain range.
Okie dokie. And thus we finally reach what looks like a
The
town.
quaint little town of Serenia nestles at the base of a great snow-capped mountain range which rises sharply to the east.
All right, into the town we will go.
A small tributary of the larger river powers an old water wheel as it flows through the town.
Gotta like all the descriptions of detail that they put into these games. We probably could move or have our character have Graham move a little faster.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
Now we just need to get a whole slurry of dogs to destroy him. Giggity goo, giggity goo.
Graham notices an old wooden barrel on the street corner.
Alright.
Inside the barrel, Graham sees an old rotting fish.
Yoink.
Graham leans way down into the barrel and removes, phew, the smelly old fish.
May I help you, sir?
I'm interested in buying something here.
Ah, let me show you some things. A fine piece of cloth. With this material, I can make you beautiful shirts. There isn't a more beautiful piece of fabric to be found anywhere. With this, I could make you the finest trousers you've ever had. Well, what do you think?
I don't need a new
Right
pair of
now I'm just
pantaloons.
looking. Thanks anyway.
Sure. Whatever you say. I'm just here to help.
In the corner of the shop, draped casually over a tailor's form, Graham sees a thick, fur-lined cloak.
Well, we'll have to keep some of this in
like this at all.
mind for later. Let me see if I can...
Bending down, Graham quickly retrieves the silver coin from the street.
Alright. So we got what we need for right now to get us started anyway. Oh, wow, the noise of a bustling town. It's nice to be back out in the countryside again. We're still walking pretty slow. Let's just turn it all the way up. It's one of the few times that we kind of need to turn that movement up because it is pretty slow.
With a fine view of the rushing river, the bakehouse sits a bit out of town, along an old rutted road.
Baker Bros Bakehouse.
Ooh, I'll wait for you here, Graham.
Yeah, you do that, Cedric, and hopefully a giant hawk will murder your face while you're gone.
And how is your
Well, we're
poor
gone.
dear mother doing, William?
Oh, she hasn't been doing too well lately. But my brother and I help out whenever we can. Thanks for asking, Amanda.
Austin, keep your fingers out of that pie. The pies look lovely. I think I'll take one.
Yes, they were just made fresh this morning. Here you go.
Yes, this will be a fine dessert for our dinner tonight. Let's go home, Austin.
They're made out of people. Made out of people! There's a crown, there's a crown.
Here's the last of the pies.
Welcome to our bakehouse, traveler. Of course, all of our wares are wonderful, but today we've got a special on custard pies. Just 1 silver coin each, but take your time. Let me know when you're ready.
I think that's what we're pretty much ready for one of the most controversial purchases or items in all of King's Quest.
Sir, I would like to purchase one of your custard pies.
These pies cost 1 silver coin each.
I've got it right here. Here you go.
I hope you enjoy your custard pie.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Find out the Baker Bros put in a little bit more than just custard. Okay. So let's keep moving because there's a few other things that we want to do. Keep on moving. Indubitably.
A large bear seems to be very interested in the honey inside the old tree.
Well, let's deal with that bear, shall we? And he's off.
I'm Queen Beatrice, kind sir. I wish to thank you ever so much for saving our hive from the claws of that horrible bear.
What are
In
you,
return,
Alabama bees?
I offer you a luscious honeycomb from our hive. Please feel free to retrieve one.
Alabama
I
bees.
promise my bees won't harm you. It may come in handy on your travels.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and get the free shit.
Graham reaches a hand into the beehive and retrieves a very sticky chunk of honeycomb.
Nice.
Wrapping it in a protective piece of cloth, he then pockets it. Graham bends down and picks up the large stick from the ground. The custard pie looks delicious. Honey drips at the edges of the honeycomb chunk. It appears to be an average stick of wood. The old wand doesn't seem to have any vitality left in it.
Alright, let's get moving. What the hell?
A bully of a dog terrorizes the poor ants as he playfully digs at their large anthill.
That's a bad doggy.
A mangy old dog digs playfully at the huge anthill.
Hey,
while the poor
don't
ants
call him
scurry about
mangy. He's
frantically.
adorable. He just needs something to preoccupy himself. Here you go.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm King Antony the Great. May I ask who you are?
Why, certainly. I'm King Graham of Daventry, and this is my friend Cedric. We're seeking a way to cross the Great Mountains to the ocean on the other side.
That is a very perilous undertaking. I wish you would reconsider. But if you shall not, in return for rescuing our home from that flea-bitten cur, I wish to offer you our help, if perchance you may ever need it.
Thank you very much, King Antony. Cedric and I appreciate your kind offer. We look forward to meeting you again.
Well, they're all happy. Now, before we do anything else, one of the trickier parts to this particular game is pretty much coming up here. Let's go ahead and put into the desert. As though there are many tasks you may feel you can do.
There's nothing but a hot, dry desert to the west. Most people avoid it because there are bandits out there. Ooh, if you insist on going, I'll wait for you here.
Yeah, that makes the desert just that much more appealing to me. The desert is very easy to get lost in. And yes, you can die from lack of water and heat. So you have to be very particular with where you go. Head this way. And oh, that sound, the first time you hear the music for this place, it just is like music to your ears.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Water. Life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Ah, jeez. They need to just make a shirt that says that. Alright, let's keep moving.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him. The rocks look interesting, but too large to do anything with.
And here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a save. And we'll call this save 1 because we need these going forward. Save one, because things can happen. We need to be wary of.
From across the desert sands, Graham can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats. The rock.
There we go.
Open sesame!
I see. And then they leave. Okay. Oh, we're okay for now. All right, let's move. So pretty much we want to get in there, which looks like the temple that in Indiana Jones, which is I think a place in Jordan somewhere that they based it off of. And there are things in the desert we want to make sure we find.
Life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
All right. I believe we want to go this way.
Uh-oh. A picked clean and sun-bleached skeleton lies in the sand of the hot, dry desert. What happened? Who can say? But it makes Graham uneasy nevertheless. The hot Too late. Graham collapses and dies of extreme thirst in the hot desert sun.
And this is something that
If
can
only he could
happen.
have found an oasis. Dying for a drink?
I should have.
From across the desert.
Go ahead and hide back here. Oh, for the love of all that's holy. Just restore. Yeah, I forget how not sensitive King's
From
Quest
across the
V
desert
is
sands,
compared to the
Graham
remakes.
can hear the sound of approaching hoofbeats.
Yay for that. All right, leave it alone.
Open sesame!
All right.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods.
All right. Let's go ahead and go this way to this way. Pretty much going the way we went last time, but we're going to make a slight alteration. This way we don't die out in the desert again. I thought there was an oasis relatively closer. You know what it probably was we were
The hot
fine.
sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham. He must drink, and soon.
Oh shit! You know what? I forgot. I think I just killed myself again. Great, nice going. Jack off. Yep.
This icon tells you about...
Guys just can't take me anywhere. This episode will be a little longer because I'm screwing up. I want to get through the desert in the first episode of this. The desert is again, it's just one of those things where it's like the whole concept of it is just tricky.
Open sesame!
Let's do something a little different.
The hot sun and choking sands are taking their toll on Graham.
Okay. Got water.
Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
All right, now let's go back this way because we do need that boot.
The hot sun and choking sands.
Yeah, but we finally got where we're safe. Okay.
Ah, life-giving water.
Nectar of the gods.
Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
Let's hope that's all he feels going through him. Let's go ahead and save since we're now this far in. Leave. Yes. Okay. Can actually do something now. We're gonna make a save.
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
All right. Eventually he'll be done drinking.
Taking care to be very quiet, Graham reaches out and takes the staff into his possession.
Let's kind of go back roughly the way we came. There's some water.
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods.
We don't need to hear that every single time. As much as I love that quote. Alright, let's head all the way north we go. Till we reach that kind of cliff face.
Ah, life.
Let's go up this way before we do anything. Let's make a save, because things can go pretty badly here.
The jeweled staff is obviously the work of an expert craftsman.
Open sesame! Oh no! The staff broke.
Oh my!
We have a fixed amount of time in here.
Hurry! The exit door is about to close.
Oh no! That's what you get for being greedy, Graham.
At least you can...
So that's not what we want to do. Well, there's only two things we will have the time to grab. I don't know why it's doing that.
Open sesame!
Don't remember that
Oh no!
soundtrack playing there. Alright, in we go, regardless.
Bending down, Graham hurriedly picks up the gold coin from the temple floor. Quickly, Graham grabs the old brass bottle.
And let's get out of here before that place closes in on us.
That was close.
Alright. Let's drink.
Ah, life-giving water. Nectar of the gods. Graham can now feel strength and renewal flowing through him.
That's dandy. Let's get the hell out of this desert once and for all. Probably one of the most mind-numbing parts of the game is the desert in this game. And it is one of the things that you kind of have to come here early on to deal with a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I'm just glad we got it over with. We're heading back to civilization. Or at least to greener pastures, as they say.
The hut?
We should make it. Usually you have just enough to get back there. Yep.
Well, there you are. I was just starting to get concerned.
Yeah, well, blow it out
Don't
your
worry
ass.
about me, Cedric. I'm used to this kind of thing.
And this is a great...
Ooh,
Oh.
keep your eye on the gypsies, Graham. I don't trust them.
Cedric, you little racist. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/CedricTartunas for more live gaming action. When we come back, we actually really get to, and as far as I'm concerned, the adventure really starts kind of here. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.